Hello and welcome. I'm Sonia Blake. I'm a CEO and author, a poet, and a speaker, and I'm happy to share some thoughts on leadership. To see through my eyes is to see a poetic unfolding of life according to natural process. Take leadership and personal development. I see wisdom and insights for leaders in the natural evolution and growth patterns of the 4 seasons. And spring is a season of emergence. Buds push through branches, seeds crack open underground, and the world begins to show what it's been working on quietly all winter. It's a reminder for leaders, too. The work we've been cultivating behind the scenes deserves to be seen. As nature bursts into bloom, there's no better time to step into visibility, not for ego, but for impact. Because one of the most powerful things great leaders do is this: they share their work. They don't just focus on execution, they communicate progress. They name what's taking root. They show others how to grow. In other words, they lead by making their work visible. There's a common belief among conscientious professionals that if you do great work, the results will speak for themselves. But in the real world, especially in leadership, that's only half true. Great work matters, but people can only follow what they can see. That's why great leaders don't just do the work, they share it. And no, this isn't about self-promotion or grandstanding. It's about leadership communication, giving people the clarity, alignment, and momentum they need to move forward with confidence. Many leaders hesitate to talk about what they're working on. It can feel awkward, self-promotional, or premature. But in leadership, silence can stall momentum. If people don't know what's happening, they can't get aligned. If teams don't see the progress, they lose energy. If stakeholders don't hear the story, opportunities pass by unnoticed. Sharing your work isn't vanity, it's visibility. And visibility is a leadership skill. Just like spring invites plants into the light, leadership invites ideas, efforts, and progress into public view. When leaders share their work with transparency, consistency, and humility, the benefits ripple outward. It builds trust. People feel informed, respected, and part of the journey. It creates clarity. Sharing progress makes the path forward more visible for everyone. It boosts morale. Recognizing milestones, big and small, keeps teams energized. It opens doors. Visibility invites new partnerships, resources, and possibilities. In short, sharing your work helps others see what's possible and how they can help build it. Let's be honest, many people hold back from sharing their work because they don't want to seem self-important. But there's a key distinction here. Visibility isn't about vanity, it's about stewardship. When you share your work well, you're doing a few important things: modeling initiative and follow-through, offering insights others can learn from, elevating the contributions of your team and partners, and helping your organization or community understand what's possible. It's not about making yourself the hero or heroine. It's about narrating a story of progress, resilience, and collaboration, something every great leader does. Here's how leaders can make their work visible without turning it into a performance. 1. Focus on purpose, not ego. Lead with the why. Center on the mission or the impact, not on yourself. Make it about the outcomes and the people the work serves. 2. Show the growth, not just the win. Talk about what you're learning, what's evolving, or what's just beginning. Vulnerability builds connection and trust. 3. Celebrate others. Share credit. Highlight your team, collaborators, and partners. Great leaders elevate others. 4. Make it actionable. When you share what's working, also share what others might try. Leadership visibility isn't just storytelling, it's knowledge sharing. And 5, communicate consistently. One big announcement every 6 months isn't enough. Consistent small updates like a quick post, a short email, a brief team mention help keep people engaged and aware of ongoing progress. The tools are already in your hands. You just need to use them intentionally. Here are some effective ways leaders can share their work across different audiences. Social media like LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, X. Platforms like LinkedIn are powerful tools for leadership visibility, sharing progress updates, events you've attended, awards you've won, key lessons, or behind-the-scenes glimpses offers value to peers and stakeholders alike. Email briefings and newsletters. For internal or stakeholder audiences, periodic updates build credibility and rapport. A short, well-organized email summarizing key outcomes, milestones, or decisions can strengthen alignment and trust. Media and press releases. When your work has broader community implications, and if you're authorized to do so, don't be afraid to write a press release or send a short pitch to local media. Focus on the public impact and why the work matters. This is especially effective for civic, nonprofit, or cross-sector leadership. Elected officials and civic leaders. Spring is budget season in many sectors. A well-timed one-pager or progress update can help decision-makers understand the value you're creating. Any time of year, leaders in government and policy value knowing what's working in their communities. Sharing a one-pager or short project summary with an elected official or local agency can strengthen partnerships and extend your reach. Peers, teams, and supervisors. Visibility isn't just external. Great leaders communicate clearly inside their organizations too. Use team meetings, internal newsletters, or quick wins of the week updates to keep your direct reports and peers informed. This reinforces alignment and fosters a culture of shared ownership. When leaders make their work visible, something important happens across their teams and communities. Others begin to feel permission to do the same. Trust builds because people understand what's happening and why. Silos begin to break down as work becomes more interconnected. And recognition flows more freely, reinforcing motivation. In this way, sharing your work isn't just a communication tactic. It's a cultural signal that sets the tone for openness, ownership, and collaboration. If you're worried about overdoing it or striking the wrong tone, here are a few tips to stay grounded. Avoid turning every post into a personal pat on the back. Talk about the mission and the momentum, not just the milestone. Don't wait for perfection. Share drafts, progress, and works in progress. Authenticity builds connection. Invite others in. Ask questions, tag collaborators, and open the door for dialogue. Sharing is more powerful when it's interactive. Leadership isn't just about guiding projects or people. It's about shaping the narrative of progress. In today's complex, fast-moving world, people crave clarity and connection. They want to see what's working, where it's headed, and how they can be a part of it. That's what visible leaders provide. So, if you're doing the meaningful work, and especially if you're leading others, make time to share it thoughtfully, consistently, and humbly. Because great leaders don't just get the job done. They make the impact visible so others can follow, learn, and build on it.